Ja, verehrte Zuschauer, herzlich willkommen zu die Deutsche
Dear
Wirtschaft.
viewers, welcome to Deutsche Wirtschaft TV in an episode in our series on the topic of challenges of the future. How do our companies face the great challenges of digitization, globalization and the changing world of work?
Ergeben. Das wollen wir heute behandeln und wir tun das mit einem Blick
We want
auf
to discuss this today by taking a closer look at a company that knows how this is done, the Edelmann Group from Heidenheim. As a packaging specialist, this company is growing impressively worldwide.
Und das weltweit. Herzlich willkommen.
Welcome, Oliver Bruns, the CEO. Thank you.
Vielen Dank, dass Sie bei uns ins Studio gekommen sind. Wir reden heute oder wollen mit
Thank you for being a guest on the show. Today we want to talk about your corporate strategies. What are the key aspects of how you're growing worldwide?
Zunächst würde ich gerne mit Ihnen über die Produkte selbst reden.
But first I would like to talk to you about the products, about the packaging. You produce packaging for medical products, for cosmetics, pralines, and a lot more. Concerning the topic of packaging, today a lot is going on. What are the technological trends in your
Da
segment?
tut sich ja auch eine ganze Menge heutzutage. Was sind so die technologischen Trends in Ihrem Segment?
Ja, da haben Sie vollkommen recht. Da tut sich wirklich unheimlich viel. Wir stellen tatsächlich wirklich tolle...
Yes, you are quite right. There is really a lot going on in this area. First, we make really great packaging solutions, for the most part based on fiber materials, for example, paper and cardboard. There are many exciting trends in the industry, for example, functionalities that are incorporated into packaging. For example, starting with relatively trivial issues such as product protection, how do we protect the product inside the package, but also the protection of the consumer? So when we talk about pharmaceutical products, for example, how does one make sure that the packaging cannot be opened by children's hands? But we also talk about digitization. For example, digital printing is a big topic. One trend is personalization. The circulation sizes are getting smaller and smaller, and today we can make a package with your name on it, your picture, and the whole thing is even done in an affordable manner. Then there are also topics such as augmented reality, where we actually manage to combine the digital world with the analog world of packaging. The possibilities are very exciting.
Da gibt es ganz spannende Themen.
Also das heißt, da sind dann Codes drauf auf der
Meaning there are codes on the package so that I can receive additional information and the
Das
likes.
ist sogar noch ein bisschen spannender. Man sieht der Verpackung nicht...
Yes, exactly. And even a little bit more exciting. It's not obvious what the packaging is capable of, so we no longer have to compromise with a QR code or anything that can be seen on the design of the packaging. We have developed a special technique to hide the code, and when you scan over the package with your smartphone or an iPad, you'll see something like, for example, a person who tells you how to use the product or tells a story. Or in the cosmetic sector, you look at the package and you can see what you would look like after using this particular cosmetic product. So many exciting developments.
Ja, und das
And these are not just dreams of the future. These innovations are already being implemented by innovative manufacturers and brands.
Absolut. Also das sind
Absolutely. These are really topics that are getting more and more important, but they are already available today.
ja auch einmal den Schutz jetzt.
You have already mentioned it, but basically it is always about the protection of the products. But I can imagine that it is also an important marketing tool concerning some product types. How does the point of sale look like then?
Absolut. Das sprechen Sie ein ganz wichtiges Thema an. Und das ist
Absolutely, you are addressing a very important issue that packaging and the product are becoming more and more one. If we are involved in the marketing campaigns of our clients early on, and often it is actually at the point of sale. The first thing the consumer comes in contact with is the packaging. It is what he sees first, and then we are talking about topics such as feel, appearance. How do we make sure that the two become one, that the packaging is not just something encasing the product, but becomes an essential part of the product? This is really a very exciting area when you are really talking and working with the marketing experts of the big brands and developing packaging solutions with them.
entwickeln kann.
Also ich hätte Sie aber im Vorfeld mal fragen können, ob Sie ein paar tolle Produkte
I could have asked you to bring some exciting product packaging. We forgot that. Let's move on to another question, though. On the other hand, the consumer attaches value to another trend: ecology, sustainability, resource conservation. Is that actually a trend that is noticeable with the products that you are developing?
Dingen, die Sie da entwickeln?
Ja, ein sehr, sehr starker Trend. Und das ist ein Trend...
Yes, a very strong trend. This is a trend that Edelmann Group and I, as an individual, are very, very happy about. It is actually a topic we've always taken very seriously, that is incorporated in our strategy, and now this is what the market is demanding more and more, and we think that's very good. And what are we doing? We, for example, only use renewable raw materials that come from responsible cultivation. We try to reduce waste. We publish sustainability reports where you can read about things. We have more and more plants that rely on green electricity. We have committed to use less and less power, to spend less and less energy for what we produce. So this is a very important topic. It plays a role that our customers are increasingly demanding sustainable materials.
Kunden immer mehr auch nachhaltige Materialien einsetzen. Aber auch im Design spiegelt sich das.
But also this is reflected concerning the design. The consumer wants to buy a package, meaning a product, that is somewhat sustainable. Therefore, it is a really strong trend that concerning our corporate strategy is actually working to our advantage.
Ja, ist interessant. Da sind Sie also wirklich dann da an der Front.
Interesting. So you are at the very front of social development, so to speak. I would like to speak about globalization, but closely related, there is also the trend concerning sustainability and ecology. Is this something that is more developed in Germany and Western Europe, or can this phenomenon be found on a global scale?
Den Sie weltweit spüren.
Wir spüren den schon wirklich weltweit.
We do see this all over the world, but it does vary depending on the region and country. Even if I just look at my staff and forget the market and customer needs for a moment, who wants to work in a company nowadays that doesn't take sustainability seriously?
Was Nachhaltigkeit nicht ernst nimmt. Und das ist tatsächlich auch eine
This is also how we position ourselves as employers, and it is applicable on a global scale.
Das ist tatsächlich etwas, das ist weltweit gültig. Und ansonsten, ja.
Apart from that, we do see that the brands around the world are increasingly focused on sustainability.
So, jetzt sind Sie sehr global unterwegs.
You operate all around the world. How do you stay competitive? There are numerous competitors and suppliers. What does globalization mean for you and your company, and how do you adjust to
Wie
it?
stellen Sie sich darauf ein?
Ja, wir sind ja tatsächlich mittlerweile recht global aufgestellt.
Yes, we can be found all over the world and have plants from South Brazil to Beijing and everywhere in between. So we are a highly international team, which is globally represented in all regions of the world. Also, as a manufacturing base and with an according amount of employees. As a result, we are able to offer our customers something which might not be unique, but which isn't available everywhere. For example, we'll be talking to a client and his marketing people in Paris and tell him, wherever you want your product, be it Brazil, Mexico, USA, China, India, or wherever, we can offer the same quality and look.
Du kannst es in der gleichen Qualität und in der gleichen Anmutung von uns haben. Und du brauchst es nur einmal mit uns besprechen. Du kannst es
You only need to discuss it with us once, and then we can make it available globally. Coming back to sustainability, it also helps that we can offer short distances in terms of logistics.
Verpackungen rund um den Globus zu schicken, sondern wir versuchen nah an unseren Kunden mit dran zu sein.
We don't like sending containers or packages around the world and try to stay close to our customers. It also helps to understand the customers better. For example, if we have a client in Brazil who wants to operate globally, then we have people in Brazil who understand the native language and culture, and who can help the Brazilian client set up internationally and work on a global scale. So there are a lot of advantages, and what should also be mentioned is that now we have access to an international talent pool.
Das wäre meine Frage. Was gibt es denn für Rückkopplungen eigentlich?
What kind of feedback do you get, and how is it received? What impulses do you get from globalization for your own team here in Germany? First of all, someone is always awake. We operate globally, so due to the different time zones, there will always be someone who is up and can pick up the phone. But my team is very international. We have a variety of nationalities with different functional backgrounds. I think that's what sets us apart as well. The market is very diverse, and if we can make this diversity the competitive advantage of our organization and cultivate it, then we have a great advantage.
Sprechen Sie noch Deutsch bei sich?
Do you still speak German at your German location?
Wenn ich wirklich mit, ich sag mal zum Beispiel Produktion.
When I speak with the employees in production at the German location, we speak German, just like we use the local language at other locations. The company's main language, and the one I use with all my executives, no matter in which country and in the so-called headquarters in Heidenheim, is English. In this day and age, anything else wouldn't be suitable.
Jetzt habe ich es anfangs schon gesagt, Ihr Unternehmen ist auf einem beeindruckenden Wachstumskurs.
Like I mentioned before, your company is on an impressive growth course. On the one hand, you follow your customers to the international markets, and on the other, you seek new opportunities in other markets as a typical medium-sized German company. Was this growth course an explicit goal you set for yourself?
Explizites Ziel, was Sie sich vorgenommen haben, oder wie stellt sich das dar?
Ja, also wir haben eine klare Wachstumsstrategie und das auch ganz.
Yes, we have a definite growth strategy which is clearly defined, and all other strategic measures are derived from this overall goal.
Wir glauben, dass Wachstum für uns von ganz entscheidender Bedeutung ist. Ich glaube erstmal aufgrund der Tatsache, dass
growth is of vital importance to us. Being a medium-sized German company under increasing competitive pressure, we need growth to set ourselves up. Our expenses don't get really any lower. They increase annually and have to be covered somehow.
Jahr für Jahr, und die müssen irgendwie dann auch gedeckt werden. Dafür brauchen wir Wachstum.
That is why we need growth, and that is one of the reasons why, in addition to the established countries, we are also involved in the emerging markets, being China, India, or Brazil, where we are already generating strong organic growth. But yes, growth, both organic and inorganic, is an explicit goal our company has set for itself.
Ziel unseres Unternehmens.
Jetzt sind Sie seit
You have recently been appointed CEO of the Edelmann Group despite your young age. Congratulations.
Gratulation auch zu diesem tollen Karriereschritt. Frage zu Ihnen persönlich.
One personal question. How would you describe your function at the Edelmann Group? What are the key aspects of being a CEO who is striving to achieve the goals you were describing?
Auf dem Weg, diese Dinge zu erreichen, die Sie gerade beschrieben haben.
Ja, also zuallererst einmal, ich liebe meinen Job. Also ich habe, glaube ich, meinen absoluten...
I love my job. I would say it is my dream job and it gives me great pleasure. Concerning the question of how I lead, you would probably have to ask my team. I can give you a few insights though. My leadership works very much through my team and the people I work with. My ultimate goal is to put together the best team and respect the fact that the most talented people and all the members of my team are better in their field than I am, and I'm very proud of that. I would like to create the best and most talented team that also understands itself and works together as a team, and I would like to provide the framework for them to enjoy their work, giving them a chance to evolve. If I can achieve this, then a big part of my job is already done.
Dann ist mein Job tatsächlich schon weitestgehend erledigt. Dann gebe ich natürlich noch die grobe Richtung vor.
Then, of course, I set the agenda and offer my help. There are always areas that require attention, and I think then it is important to be able to go deep and roll up your sleeves, if you will. Other than that, I rely on finding the best people for my team and making sure they are enjoying themselves and work together. That's half the battle.
Und dass die als Team funktionieren, das ist die halbe Miete.
Also wenn ich das sagen darf.
If I may say so, one can tell. Mr. Bruns, thank you so much for coming. It was very interesting to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.